Hello everyone, it's Moonkin FTW back with yet another episode of the RCT3 Coaster Challenge. And this episode we're tackling a coaster I have a bit of a weak spot for, which is the Tilt Coaster. And yeah, the name is pretty self-explanatory. What it is you go up to a lift hill, then the train stops in this platform or this section of track, and it tilts vertically and then it drops down. So it's kind of like a vertical drop roller coaster, except the whole track kind of tilts. And it's a really cool experience. So yeah, it's based on the old school Arrow looping coaster, with that typical design. And I'm trying to use that to my advantage, so to say, or trying to, replicate that old school feel. So yeah, we have a nice little layout here, if I say so myself. We got the lift hill and the drop down. And because it's a, like a vertical drop, I wanted to also have a section where it goes underground and then right next to the path. I think that looks really cool. So here you can see me kind of working on that in this area. The color scheme I'm going for is going to be orange and white, just kind of like Dutch colors, if you will. I'm Dutch myself. And I'm going to use box supports for the chain lift and also the brake section. Now that's because old school Arrow loopers, so to say, they have these metal girders or something like that, these thin metal girders for a lot of the sections of the track, or at least the lift hill. And yeah, these box supports kind of replicate that, and I think that's really cool. Now for the support, the corkscrew, I also have a special item which is called Old Spice's corkscrew supports, and they really look very nice with this type of design. Now apart from that, I do have a few pre-made designs I can use, which is first of all this design for these Cobra rolls. For this Cobra roll, so I have the top section, I have the bottom section, and then from there on out I'm just going to start fabricating custom supports with the add-on Moby Steel Jungle, which I've used a ton before, but it's just a really good add-on. I also have a pre-made design for the T-supports. I'm going to definitely use that, and of course I'm going to do some work to the tunnels. The tunnels itself, I'm just going to keep kind of stock, if you will. But what I will do is I will add some different textures and also some fog particles, which adds to like the mystery of everything. I'm just really a sucker for using fog particles with like tunnels, or like, these whatever you want to call them, like, tunnels. Let's just call them tunnels, basically. So I really like using that, and you'll see that as we move along in this section. Here you can see me dropping down some footers, of course, to make sure that everything inside this cliff or this tunnel is also supported. So here's some extra texture, and then from here on out, I believe this is the section where I'm going to add some fog particles to make sure that it's a bit more, the ride experience is a bit better. Not sure if that makes any sense, but it does to me. So while this is a nice little area, I'm going to add some flat rides to it. I want this to be a nice little park, but I'm really doing it because I want, while you're dropping down and you're going from horizontal to vertical, and it stops, you have those couple of seconds before you drop. I want there to be a good sense of height. So I plop down some flat rides right next to where you drop down. So when you're looking down, you see how high up you are in comparison to like a merry-go-round. So that's kind of why I did that section there. So apart from that, there's not much else to do apart from a few supports that I have to still build. And of course I want this park to be functional. So what I'm doing is I'm also adding some toilets, some food and drinks and everything. And I wanted this park to look nice. So I'm going to add some foliage around the flat rides, which is something I always do. I add some small bushes, some flowers and everything. That's how I do. That's how I build parks. So I'm going to change the color schemes a little bit to make them a bit more lively, because they always come with this stock black pathing that looks kind of awful. So I'm just adding that, and from here on out we're just gonna add, like the few final details, so to say. I'm gonna add the catwalk, of course, to both the final brake run and of course the chain lift. So that is now complete. And from here on out, we can just make sure that everything is painted properly. Gonna add some foliage here. So, you have this section where there's the 0G roll. Gonna add some trees here and some hedges and some bushes, all that. And of course, Beatty's Path Mods makes another appearance here because it just looks really nice. Also gonna make sure that the path mod is also included for the tunnel section or the bridge section. And then of course some fencing to kind of finish it off. And yeah, we're well on our way of finishing this roller coaster. I think the riding experience is going to be absolutely amazing, especially that section where, you have that tunnel. I think it's gonna look awesome. So I'm just gonna add some trees here to make sure that's not surrounded by a plain field of grass. We're gonna use the large oaks and the medium sugar pines, and I think I'll add some large Douglas firs as a final touch. I like this tree combination a lot. And yeah, that will be pretty much it for the tilt coaster. I have a bit, like I said, I have a bit of a weak spot for this roller coaster. I think just the whole idea is just amazing. I believe there's one left actually. I think it's called Max Force or something. I know there's one tilt coaster left, or at least that used to be running. So it was actually a real thing. It's crazy to think about this. So yeah, I think it's just an awesome design. And with this park around it, I think it's going to be an amazing ride experience. But there's only one real way to find out, and that is to actually ride this. So let me just go ahead and make sure that we're kind of in the afternoon. So we got a nice, how do you say, the lighting is nice. Just going to save it real quick here as episode 59. And let's go ahead and ride this. So let me just go ahead and do this. Yeah, I think we're all ready. And there we go. So let's see what it's like to ride this tilt coaster. All right, here we go. Slow chain lift, just like any sort of old school arrow looper. All right, we're almost at the top. We're gonna make our 180-degree turn here. Slowly but surely turning around. All right, here we go. This would be absolutely terrifying in real life. I'm not gonna lie. I'd be so scared that it wouldn't stop and the train would just fall off or something. Oh, wow. Oh, yeah. Oh, that's really cool. Look at that. And here's the drop. Oh, that's a good amount of speed. Into the 0G roll. That's another tunnel right there. Into this Cobra roll. Nice. And then we hit the mid-course brake run. Oh, that's awesome. That's really cool. And then we turn around into our big corkscrews with these very nice looking corkscrew supports. And then we make our way back to the station with one final turn. And there we go, the final brake run. Nice. I really like this design. It's awesome. I think it's pretty awesome. That experience of the tilt coaster, man, that's really cool. So there you go, guys. That is the tilt coaster done. That is episode 59. I checked, we have 10 episodes left, so we're almost there. So I hope you guys like this. Thank you very much for watching, and have yourself a wonderful day.